Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to carry out a top-down analysis. Basically, a top-down analysis means we're starting from a very high time frame, so from the weekly, and then we're slowly working our way down and getting analyzing more specifically on the lower time frames. But we're always going to start personally on the weekly time frame, as I am more of a swing trader than a scalper or a day trader. So I'm probably going to start here where we started seeing the rise on silver. So I'm going to get the tool, which is the Ray tool. I am a trendline trader, but I don't only use trend lines to enter. So we're making sure that we are going from one touch point to another touch point, and that's all that we're trying to do. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead, and from the last touch point, which was here, we're then going to do the exact same to then the next touch point. This is why trading trend lines alone is very subjective, because everyone does their trend lines differently. People either do their trend lines on candles or their candle wicks. So when we finish that, then we're going to drop down to we're going to drop down to the daily. Perfect. So we've got the daily, and we've actually got a counter trend line. So we're going to start again from the top, meeting to the next candle. I like to put little circles here because it really helps me, because I personally only use a trend line for a break or a bounce when it has 3 or more touch points. So now we've done all that we can do. We're going to drop down again now to the 4 hour, and this is personally where I stop my trend lines. I will not make trend lines any lower than the 4 hour, because I am a swing trader, so I tend to be in my trades for long periods of time. So I don't like looking at the smaller time frame because I can get really confused. So again, from the next touch point to, I would say, this one. And the reason I say that is because this is currently already, this candle it hasn't closed yet, so we're not going to touch point it. And again, I'm going to grab my little circles again. But of course, you can go as low as you want, depending on what type of trader you are. So we've got the 1 hour. If I was to do the 1 hour, let's say I would, from this touch point here, I would come all the way down here. Perfect. As we can see, we've actually got this break here, but we're not going into entries right now. Perfect. So this is exactly how we do a top-down analysis. So let's just check the weekly, and I give you a little overview. So this is silver, and as we can see, silver is actually making lower lows. And this is why I've been in a sell since the 21st of April. It's now the 29th of April. So as we can see, we've got aggressive up and then down and then up, still not actually creating a higher high. And then there we go, making that lower low right there. And then up and down. So from what the chart is telling me is that we're still carrying on in a bearish downtrend. But again, we don't know, we can't predict the market. All we can do is analyze, stay disciplined with our structure and our trading plan. But this is why I'm currently in a sell at the moment. And we can always come down and kind of refine the areas as we get lower, making sure each touch point is touching properly. Perfect. Lovely. So this is how you carry out a top-down analysis every single week. I do this every single Sunday before market opens. And even if I've already done a top-down analysis, every Sunday I like to completely wipe my chart clean and start again, because you never know when you're going to miss something. You never know when market structure is going to change. So But actually, coming back down to the 1 hour, I see another way that we could, there we go. And that is if you want to refine on the 1 hour. Personally, I prefer using up to the 4 hour, and then I go lower to actually enter. So this is how you carry out a trend line top-down analysis.